So good morning, everyone. Morning. My name is Bob Lord. I am the Chief Digital Officer of IBM. I am the first Chief Digital Officer in 106 years, quite honestly. So it's a pleasure for me to be here with you today. I would like to talk about the new exciting era that we're about to go on. IBM itself has been in its own digital transformation. And I'm here today to talk to you about the exciting changes that we've made at IBM that not only value and provide value to our clients, but also will provide value to your clients. It's the reinvention of IBM that we've undertaken in this new era, the new era of AI, where data is the competitive advantage. Learning has to be embedded in every organization, and how fast we learn and reinvent will determine who are the winners and losers in the ecosystem that we all live in today. I truly believe the changes that we have embarked on at IBM will allow you to derive real value for your customers going forward. So I said we're entering a new era of transformation, a big inflection point. It is one of those moments that probably comes around only once in a decade. And organizations around the world are leveraging disruptive technologies to become more competitive, to reorient themselves around the customer, and basically make it easier for customers to engage. But they all do this, interestingly enough, with one common thing: by harnessing and learning from data. And we all know the statistics. We've all heard them. 2.5 gigabytes of data is produced every minute in the United States. And quite honestly, with IoT computing at the edges, it's only going to be more data that's going to be harnessed every minute. We know 90% of the world's data today was created in the last 2 years. But the interesting thing you may not know is only 20% of that data is available on a public domain. 80% of that data resides outside the public domain, and where it sits is behind your customers' firewalls. It's their data, and they need to own that data. And quite honestly, that data is your company, your customer's competitive advantage. It's their intellectual property. It's the information that they know uniquely about their customer and what they want and what the customer want is. And that is why we believe at IBM that the new currency of the competitive advantage is data ownership and figuring out what to do with that data. Now, the big question is up here: finding the signal in the noise. Okay, there's so much data that's out there and so much that we're collecting, it's difficult to decipher what data to use and what data not to use. The answer is AI. And when we think about artificial intelligence, at IBM, we think about augmented intelligence. Big, big distinction. AI is very different than augmented intelligence. Augmented intelligence is the ability to harness and leverage data to allow a human being to think faster and smarter, to engage customers in new and interesting ways. Now, so when you think, or a customer thinks about cloud strategies, you have to think about the journey that our customers are on around harnessing data and what their business value proposition is going to be with that data. They need to harness data that's scattered across their organizations. They need to build and deploy new experiences quickly, and they need to figure out how to leverage AI. If you think about it, they've got to make decisions around their cloud platform strategy. They've got to think about what is their data strategy, and then ultimately what their AI strategy is. They have to think about those three platforms at this moment of time, and we can help them do that. Excuse me. Now, there's a twist here. The twist is that our customers are increasingly concerned about how their data is being used. Because this is not only an inflection point I suggest to you for business around how to use data and get competitive advantage, it's also an inflection point in society. And what are the societal norms about using data on someone? And we've seen a lot of it go on in the news. I came out of the programmatic advertising business. That business will be challenged for a very long time around use of data. And in a recent IBM Harris poll, 75% of the respondents said they would not buy from a company, even if the product was fantastic, if they don't trust the companies to protect their data. Seems obvious, but we see lots of violations and we see lots of people sort of pushing the envelope around data usage. And for those companies, as you know, doing business in Europe, GDPR, or what's called General Data Protection Regulation, becomes law this month, meaning that the rights go back to the owner of the data, not necessarily the one that's collecting the data. Companies will have the responsibility to be data stewards, to think smarter about why they're using the data and how they expose and how they open up data. So when a company or you think about how to apply a cloud strategy, we need to offer a strategy that allows our customers to maintain the integrity of their data. So not only do you think about how to use the data, but then how do I maintain the integrity of that data? Those are incredibly important business principles that are going to carry successful businesses forward and are going to crush other businesses going forward. So the good news, I'm here to tell you, as IBM has gone through this journey itself, we ourselves, as I said, are at an inflection point. And we've invested billions to rebuild IBM for what we believe is the new era of cloud computing and this moment. And it all starts with the IBM Cloud. We've invested technology and skills. We've acquired over 60 companies in the past 6 years, mostly in the cloud and analytics space. And we've earned more than 7,000 cloud technology patents since 2012. More patents than anyone in cloud, in analytics, and in security. And I'll say it, in security. Probably one of the most important things you have to consider when you start talking about a hybrid cloud strategy, whether it's private or whether it's public. So let me just run a video quickly to talk about the IBM Cloud.
This is not a cloud. This is a car protected from storms by an insurance company that knows the weather down to the square block. This is a diamond tracked on a blockchain protected against fraud, theft, and trafficking. This is a financial transaction secure from hacks and threats others can't see. This is a patient's medical history made secure while still available to their doctor at their fingertips. This is an asteroid live streamed to millions of viewers from 220 miles above Earth. This is AI trained by experts in 20 industries, your industry.
Hello.
This is not the cloud you know. This is the IBM Cloud. The cloud that's built for all your apps. AI ready, secure to the core. The IBM Cloud is the cloud for smarter business.
Now look, I think we're very clear about why someone uses the IBM Cloud. IBM Cloud is built for the enterprise workloads and the modernization of core applications. And you're going to hear a drumbeat about why you would want to use the IBM Cloud. Okay? One of the key reasons that you want to go with an IBM Cloud is because it's for all your applications, okay, including enterprise applications in a hybrid environment. For many, many years, IBM has been talking about hybrid cloud environments, both public and private. Okay? IBM Cloud Private and the alignment around container services has made an enormous difference in our ability to be one cloud for all client applications, while the partnership with VMware helps us with the migration. Second, it's AI ready. It's a commitment to the client on the cloud to continue to build a long-term partnership around augmented intelligence, to provide augmented intelligence around all that data, The cloud is built for AI. And the last, and probably I would suggest to you the most important, is it is secure to the core. IBM Cloud Security was built in for the enterprise. It wasn't bolted on. We are simplifying how organizations secure their bridge to cloud by addressing the needs at any point in their journey with a combination of private, public, or a hybrid solution. Let me say it again. A private, public, or hybrid solution. There is not one journey that any client needs to go on, especially an enterprise client, where I just told you all of that data behind the firewall is their competitive advantage. It's important for us to offer combinations of these solutions because not every organization wants to move everything wholesale. They have data privacy concerns. There's a large investment in the infrastructure that they currently have, especially with software licenses. So why doesn't the private cloud help them modernize those services? We have bandwidth considerations. And everyone validates. IDC learned that 85% of enterprise IT departments are committed to a multi-cloud environment. So one cloud is not the answer. Forrester Research learned 38% of IT buying departments are building private clouds, 32 are building public clouds, but more importantly, over 50% are adopting a hybrid model. We've talked many, many years about hybrid cloud. Now everyone talks about hybrid cloud, but we've built a hybrid cloud solution. And that's why companies like American Airlines and Lloyds Bank are adopting hybrid cloud strategies. American Airlines migrating critical applications like AA.com and its customer-facing apps to the IBM Cloud for its advancements of being able to use container services to go from a private to a public cloud solution and back and forth. And Lloyds Bank, basically to look at over 12 million customers that do online banking and 8 million mobile users, which will be on a private hosted Lloyd's stack, as well as leveraging the IBM stack publicly. IBM Cloud, we believe, allows you to unlock opportunities with major organizations by giving them and you the flexibility to deal with a competitor's complex data requirements. Remember, it all goes back to the data and how we're going to handle the data. Now, the great news about the IBM Cloud is it allows you to get to beyond our infrastructure level and allows you to get to our PaaS layer. It allows you to get to innovations like artificial intelligence and Watson, blockchain, IoT, and even the next generation of quantum computing. And what I mentioned before, having your own unique IP is a competitive advantage for the customer. We believe conversational interfaces are one of the ways, whether it's helping somebody do self-service in sales channels or integrating in voice-activated services into their vehicle, we believe that is a major pivot that all big industries are going to take on. IBM Watson Assistant is a service that lets organizations white label IBM technology to build a virtual assistant to help in their own products and services. Now remember, I didn't say that you got to say, hey, Watson. Our strategy is very, very clear. We let organizations embed our technology into their AI solutions and their AI platform because we believe that they need to control the data. There is no other purpose that we have other than to connect our customers with their customers' data through our tools and technologies. We have no other interest at IBM other than let our customers use the data for competitive advantages. We are not trying to monetize the customer's data for other purposes. IBM believes your data is your data and you should own your data. Our tools and technologies, our cloud and our AI technologies is to allow you to gain competitive advantage. And we're very proud, last month, Forrester actually endorsement as a leader in conversational interfaces in the new Forrester Wave report. Okay, the only leader out of all our competitors that are out there today, primarily because of our user interface and our commitment to the enterprise. So Watson Assistant, just to give you some real quick examples, if you went to Autodesk or you went to Orange Bank, you wouldn't see anything that said Watson. You would actually see their assistant. But at Autodesk, who you know is a 3D CAD design company, we've actually supporting 20,000 conversations per month and easing the burden of a call center by 50%. And at Orange, as they're launching their new bank model, they're using a Watson-powered virtual assistant, which they call Django. And Django is available 24/7, actually handling probably 70% of the calls after hours, and cutting their natural need for a call center down by 90%, which is pretty phenomenal. Now, one of the other jobs I have is making our technology accessible, and this is what it's going to all mean to you in a minute. One of the reasons Forrester gave IBM leadership in conversational interfaces is because of the ease of the IBM developer tools. We've made an investment in making it easy for enterprise developers to leverage IBM technology and deploy to the cloud. The challenge I laid out for the team was you need to make a developer be able to access our cloud technologies, AI technologies, and blockchain technologies in less than 60 seconds. And the reason is 95% of the world's developers are making or influencing IT buying decisions. So it's incredibly important that we talk to the developer and allow them to assess the technology. It's no longer just a one-way street where I sell to the CIO and the CIO makes a decision and it all cascades through the organization. We have to make our tools available, and we're making our code easy to access. We now have over 100 code patterns, pre-built content, sort of like starter kits, helping developers go from zero to coding on the IBM Cloud, and then therefore accessing our blockchain technology, our AI technology. So it's a bridge to access innovation in ways they've never been able to do. As I know, IBM is the only company that's created something like this for developers today. And as we climb up the ranks and we get involved with enterprises, the de facto tool that the developers want to use is the IBM Cloud Strategy. And they're a great way to sort of extend your relationship with the customer. Because we've deployed IBM Watson for customer service, it opens the door now. Once you're on our cloud, and once you get to our PaaS layer with Watson, you now have access to all our services. And we can extend into data services, we can extend into IoT and other services that allow the developer to have a big impact on their enterprise. But of course, not here today just to talk to you about what IBM has done. I'm here today because I want you to be able to take advantage of this. And it's one of the reasons, one of the big reasons as the Chief Digital Officer, I'm in an investment in all these digital tools. The digital tools allows me to scale beyond where we have been at IBM, just on our marketplace. And I want to make it a lot easier for you to resell the IBM Cloud. Because when I first came, it wasn't as easy to access our cloud technologies. We've rebuilt our processes for digital distribution, reducing the steps that it takes to place orders. It makes it possible for you to order, provision, and manage IBM services like IBM Cloud in a matter of minutes. So thanks to these improvements, I'm very pleased to announce that by mid-year, you'll be able to access the full cloud, IBM Cloud, via the Ingram Marketplace and the Ingram Micro US Cloud Marketplace. It's also going to be available to those of you who run your business or marketplaces on Odin. Really, really big news for IBM. We never have opened up a channel like this for you to have access. Okay? It's a self-service portal for you to get through and sell to your clients. So let me just run you through the demo video that we have right now. So many of you will recognize this as the Odin platform. So if you're using the Odin platform, you'll jump in and open up the Marketplace catalog. And then once you get there, you'll navigate, and you'll see, for now at least, the IBM Cloud, Mouse 360, and IBM SPSS Statistics. And you can basically purchase on behalf of your customer and place an order. Okay? Once the order is placed, you then, we'll flip into that we actually send an email to your customer. They can then therefore take that key, they can get a provision, they can copy it, and they can log into the IBM Cloud, and they're on their way. Guys, this didn't exist before. In order for you to get access to the IBM Cloud, and therefore ultimately Watson, as we were talking about before, there are a lot of hoops you needed to get through. In partnership with Ingram, you all have access to giving your customer access to one of the most secure, AI-ready, and enterprise-ready clouds that's on the market today. And you're going to have access to other innovations like blockchain, IoT, and other key assets that we develop. If you want to learn more, it's very simple. Register, and both IBM and Ingram Micro will include you in the upcoming enablement sessions that will be available in the next couple of weeks, so you'll be informed on when things are ready. And if you run your business on our marketplace, you register, and we're happy to brief you on what's coming and what the access is. I'm really, really excited about these innovations. Ingram will be the first to have distribution on the IBM Cloud into our PaaS layer. Very excited about distributing this beyond our core audience and our core customers. And I look forward to working with all of you in the future. Thank you very much.